Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Welcome once again to North Dakota. Today is December 27, 2014. Local time here is 1:06 p.m. Temperature is at 26 degrees. We are located somewhere around Fairfield, North Dakota. Somewhere on mile marker 31 on Interstate 94. We are down to 1,114 miles to Sumner, Washington. Right now we have 7 hours and 54 minutes available to drive, and 4 hours and 45 minutes we will be forced to take a 30-minute break. So far everything is doing well. I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a glimpse to the scenery here. A while ago it was just flat prairies, and now we come down to this little hilly things here. I thought I'd share it. Medora, Theodore Roosevelt National Park. There you go. So far, Blue is doing real good. No issues whatsoever. Blue is working like an well-oiled lady. No pun intended there, Blue. No, I'm not calling you a greasy lady. I just meant you work real well. Oh, now I have offended Blue. I'm hoping that I could spend the night somewhere in Butte, Montana, I believe. I gotta get this mileage down to at least 635 or 645 miles to be able to make it to Washington by tomorrow night. You know, I'm so glad that I brought Blue up to the yard when I did on Wednesday, or was that Tuesday? Yeah, Wednesday, wasn't it? It has given me more miles to drive yesterday. Not to mention, little did I know that they actually sent Blue to the dealership yesterday. Something about a wheel seal that the dealership had to change. I mean, can you imagine if I brought Blue to the shop at 7:30 yesterday, or at 7 when they open, plus the PM service and all that, then go to the dealership? I would have been really in bad shape for this delivery. I mean, it's a tight schedule as it is right now. Even though I had to spend some gas money going back and forth. my own gas money. But overall, it worked out pretty good. There's a little funny story I'd like to tell you. Somebody out there is pretending to be somebody else, which kind of reminds me of, you know, back in the day where CB radios were popular. People were assumed different names and different identity, and well, recently, I mean, you guys have me in a disadvantage because you guys see me as who I am, and you know, I'm not using a fictitious name, or I'm not using somebody else's picture as many people do in Facebook. And for all I know, you know, some of you are fictitious characters out there, right? You get my point. Well, recently, this one particular individual is pretending to be somebody else. And I've always been baffled, and I've always been curious to why this individual's Filipino language is always somewhat like a Japanese trying to speak English, or a Chinese trying to speak English. It's always got that broken English, right? Hey, we've all heard broken English spoken before. It's always been like that with this individual. It's always hard to understand what this person was trying to convey. And I've always suspected that this person is using some kind of a, I don't know, Google Translator or whatever translator there is available out there. Now, I've always suspected this person to be that particular person. The thing about translators is, in order for it to translate it to English, it has to be spelled correctly, right? Hey, computer is not there yet where if we, you know how young kids text each other abbreviated, and even we've all seen this on Facebook where we ramble all the letters in different sequences that for some reason our human brain can still read it even though it's been rearranged. It's been said that as long as the first letter and the last letter is the same, you can rearrange the letters any way you want. And it's mind-boggling that we could still read it. Well, I've been responding to this individual in a certain manner, abbreviated in, you know, letters and Tagalogs and whatever else that if you are if you're a Filipino, you would have no problem reading it. But if you're somebody else trying to pretend to be somebody else or someone else and trying to translate that in English, well, you're busted. So, yeah. Just couldn't catch up with the way I was writing it, the way I was saying it. And this individual was trying to, it was just gasping for air, trying to catch up with the translation. Oh, the world of internet. It brings the worst and the best of us, I guess, right? Oh, I'm sure given time, people will be able to program computers to read, you know, just the way people read or write. We ain't there yet. I mean, computers has gone a long, long way, but I suspect that our human brain can outfox some computers for a very, very long time to come. By the way, one of you asked if I believe in what was it? Post-millennium or pre-millennium? Meaning, has the millennium has come or yet to come? Yeah, I believe it is yet to come. On the book of Revelations, it says, the star and the sun will fall, and they will be darkened. They will be out of their place. They will literally fall. Imagine if the stars were hung by a string. Billions of stars and planets and suns. The way the book of Revelation says, the string will be cut and they will just fall. And for those who believe that the millennium and tribulation has already come, yeah, I don't think so. But I'm not here to argue your belief against my belief. You have the right to believe whatever you believe. All I can say is I hope you choose wisely, because the consequences are great. But I can say this, for those of you who do not believe the Bible, well, throughout human history, the greatest mystery and the greatest and the scariest issue in life is heaven or hell, right? And there's nothing more important of a mystery and a story to investigate. I mean, you know, it's the consequences is too great not to investigate it. I mean, people spend millions of dollars and time, endless time, investigating the stock market for a meager amount of money. Why is it when it comes to the Bible, people don't bother? Or if they do bother, they just take a quick glance on it and come to the conclusion that it's not true. Why is it that when it comes to the Bible, everyone's a a natural born theologian. The mystery that's been around for thousands of years, suddenly it has been solved in your mind that it doesn't exist. When we have medical question, we go to a doctor. When we question about the law, we go to a lawyer. When we have an engineering problem, we go consult an engineer, an astronaut, a physicist, a psychiatrist, mechanic. Whatever. It seems like in life, whenever we have a question, we always go to somebody else. Or there are those who study really hard, but when it comes to the Bible, why is it that it's so easy for people to conclude, it's not true, mystery solved? By the way, that is just a rhetorical question. The Bible calls that the power of unbelief. One's personal love for its own sin. All I'm saying is, what if you're wrong? Doesn't the story and the mystery deserve a certain amount of time and effort and investigation? Because the so-called consequences is too great, right? Look at them beauties. The open spaces of North Dakota. And a beautiful weather to boot. You know, Jesus said, whoever comes to me, I will no wise cast him out. I didn't say that. He did. Don't take my word for it. We'll catch you guys later. Once again, thank you for watching. May the peace of Jesus Christ find you and find you well. For His glory. Peace. This happens all the time. Just when I'm about to turn off the video camera, something piques my interest.